What does a remote sales representative do? Welcome everybody. My name is Maury. Welcome to the MoTechSales YouTube channel. If you're new to this channel, I just want to thank you for clicking on this video and deciding to watch this video. Now, if you're just finding out about my videos, be sure to check out some more of them. I go over how to get a job in tech sales, how to get a tech sales job if you have no experience, how to get a tech job just in general if you have no experience. My whole goal of this channel is to help you get a tech job. So if you're somebody and you want to cut to the chase, you want to know exactly what I did to land a remote sales representative job with a very well-known company, you can look on my LinkedIn. But if you want to know how I did that, I just want to show y'all Course Careers real quick, because this is the training platform that I use that taught me everything I needed to know about sales, tech sales to be more specific, and as well as how to properly apply for a job, get seen, get my resume put right in front of the employer's face, the recruiter's face, and being able to actually land interviews with things like CrowdStrike, Cloudflare, WordPress hosting, all type of high, very well-known companies. So I blame Course Careers because this course changed my life. And as you can see here, they do have a free training for different tech jobs like tech sales representative. If you're interested in that, they have a free training. The link is down below, as well as information technology, software development, data analytics, UI, UX, human resources, and digital advertising. They do offer a course that you can get certified pretty much for all of these courses, and they help you get a job. Now, as you can see here, they do have a 4.9 out of 5-star rating on Course Report rating, as well as a 4.8 out of 5 point on Career Karma rating. So definitely something to take into consideration. I just wanted to show y'all that real quick. So let's get back to the video. All right, so who am I? Well, my name is Maury. I started my career in tech sales about 5 months ago, depending on where you're watching this. But essentially, I came from selling cars, and from there, I met a guy I sold a car to, and he told me about tech sales, how he was able to get into it, and what I needed to do in order to get into tech sales. I took his advice, and now I'm working remotely at a tech sales company that I really, really love. And my job is to help you and inspire you to do the same thing. So, how to get a remote sales job? Well, essentially, the first thing that you need to do is get certified. So as you can see here, this is a screenshot from Course Careers. It's a all-in-one all-in-one course that you can learn about tech sales. And yes, you are able to get certified, and they teach you everything that you need to know in order to get a job in a remote sales job, essentially. So if you don't know what technology sales is, you're pretty much selling software, hardware to companies. Sometimes it's to customers, but essentially most of the time it's software that you're selling to business owners and things like that. So there's many different industries that you can do this in, but essentially it's all tech sales. That's the career path, the career name. Now, you want to start out with your why. Why do you even want to be a remote sales representative? Is it the money? Is it, the work-life balance? Is it because you don't want to have to wake up and go drive somewhere and go into the office? What's your why? And then from there, you want to do your research. You want to really think about the companies that you want to work for. Write them down, understand why do you want to work for them, know their product and their service. How would you benefit them from them hiring you? Like, what do you bring to the table? Now, if you don't have any experience, I highly recommend getting certified. Getting a certification pretty much lets employers know that you take your career serious, you're very interested in the job title, the job position, and you went out of your way to take a course, complete it, which lets them know that you are a self-starter and that you're resilient and that you're driven. These are some of the soft skills that they're looking for. And then from there, you need to really, again, think about the companies that you want to work for and make sure that your LinkedIn looks good, that you're optimizing your LinkedIn, that you have at least 500 connections, that you have a professional headshot, meaning that you do not need to go out and hire a professional photographer. You can literally have somebody take a picture of you wearing a nice blouse, wearing a blazer, you saw the picture that I have, a turtleneck with a blazer. That's literally my LinkedIn profile. And that LinkedIn profile is getting me a lot of recruiters in my DMs asking me for a interview. So essentially, you want to have that. You want to make sure that your profile is open to work, which I show you how to do that in another one of my videos, which I'll leave the link in the description down below, where I show my LinkedIn and I show you how to actually fill out your LinkedIn. You want to make sure that your About Me is optimized for the type of position that you want. You also want to make sure that your experience is filled out with all of your roles and your responsibilities, as well as numbers that are resulting in like an action that you took that resulted in a positive for the business. So, for example, on my LinkedIn, I have for a when I sold cars, I pretty much said I had a 95, or I was able to maintain a 95% retention rate, resulting in repeat business. So you want to have, that's like an example. Essentially, you want to have something that is like that. Okay. So next thing is you actually want to have a really good cover letter and a resume. Again, Course Careers, I'm going to keep on saying it until y'all go check it out. You're going to thank me later. But Course Careers offers that when you get done with the proctored test and you get certified, then you are able to actually get access to their graduate portal, where they show you how to set up your website. They have a whole entire website developer for you that you can use and get your website set up and share it with employers and recruiters. It's like your digital portfolio. Not only that, they have a resume generator, and they get you prepared for your interviews. So they show you how to properly apply for the job, how to follow up with hiring managers, how to get in front of their face, especially when you're in a loud crowd, right? As soon as the pandemic happened, that opened the talent pool up for a lot more candidates, especially with these remote jobs. You have to remember you're competing with the world essentially. So before the pandemic, you were just probably competing with the people in your city or your nearest city. Now that you have all these remote jobs, you're competing with thousands of people. Now, I'm not saying that to discourage you. I'm saying that to encourage you to get yourself certified and being able to stand out amongst everybody else. So one thing that they teach you in the course is how to actually do that effectively. And I can say, me personally, guys, after I got certified in tech sales in sales, I was able to go from applying for 500 jobs and only hearing back from 3 people that wanted to give me an interview, to only applying for 36 jobs and getting interviews with seven interviews with 7 different companies that were major big companies. All because I follow Course Careers training. So definitely something to think about, guys. So essentially, that's how you want to get into sales. That's how you can get a remote job in sales. Essentially, Number one, recap. And if you're still watching this video, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for taking time out of your day to watch. If you're still watching, leave a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, and check out the free course. But essentially, you want to make sure that you have your why. You know why you want to be in sales, why the company that you want to apply for and you want to work for, because this is going to get you prepared for when they ask you on the interview, right? Next, you want to do your research, figure out different companies out there, figure out certifications. Like one I'm giving you is a very, very good one, is Course Careers. So take Course Careers, which is the third thing, get certified, have that certification which they give you when you complete the course that you're able to show and put on your LinkedIn, like, I take this serious. I take my job serious, right? And then you want to apply for all the companies that you have on your list. I created a list of 40. However, I only got to 36 before I was able to get a job offer with the company I really wanted to work for. But essentially, you want your top 40, right? And then from there, you want to apply on the website and message that hiring manager. You want to find at least 3 to 4 hiring managers, recruiters, VP of sales, head of sales, director of sales, and reach out to them. Now, again, Course Careers teaches you how to do all that. They'll let you know the tools that you need, and they'll provide you with that email template. Be sure that you follow that, because that's what's going to help you get interviews. And then from there, you want to make sure that you're prepared for the interviews, that you do mock interviews before you even go to the interview, because first impression is everything. Make sure that you have Wi-Fi, that you're wearing maybe a button-up shirt, blazer, because just because you're virtual doesn't mean that you can come up wearing a Buc-ee's hoodie with a bandana looking gangster, right? You want to make sure you're on your best behavior. You want to be looking like my profile picture that I showed y'all on my LinkedIn. So you want to look like that. You want to be professional, right? And then from there, you want to know why you want to work for the company, why you want to work for sales, answering questions in the STAR method, challenging them on the on the salary, and really getting your worth. So something to think about. And then from there, you'll have your job, right? They'll send you, if they want to hire you, they will essentially send you an offer letter. But remember, guys, getting a remote sales job is just like the job. It's a numbers game. So just because you're told no, that's putting you more closer to being told yes. So don't take it personal if you apply for a couple jobs and they all tell you no. You got to keep going until you get a yes. So you essentially need to do the job to get the job. So all right. Next, I want to talk about, what does a sales rep actually do? So to sum it all up, a sales rep is in charge of generating revenue for the company. So they are handling the front end. They're handling leads, prospects, clients. Their job is to essentially figure out what that potential lead needs and position their product or service as a solution to that person's problem. So there are different positions that a sales rep can have. Like the main entry level position is a sales representative or a sales development representative, where they're in charge of handling outbound. So they're making calls, they're cold calling leads that they feel like would be a good fit for their product or service. They're cold calling ideal consumer or customer profiles that fit their audience. And so they're essentially making the phone call, introducing themselves, saying what they want, why they're calling, and asking for a call with an account executive to maybe do a discovery call and take them down the sales funnel until it gets closed. So a sales development representative is in charge of outbound. They're making calls, they're sending out cold emails, they're following up, they're asking for meetings with a prospect or a potential client. They're asking for a meeting with the account executive. So they're passing those leads to the account executive, essentially taking them down the sales process. The account executive is still a sales rep. However, the account executive is in charge of closing that potential lead and converting that lead into a client. So as an account executive, your job would be to get on the discovery call, figure out the prospect's pain points, their needs, and what their immediate problems are, and how your software or your product can benefit them, can benefit that client. And then on the demo, you're positioning your product or service as a solution for their problems. And then essentially you want to negotiate pricing, handle objections. And a lot of people are afraid of objections when it comes to closing, but objections is a good thing because that lets you know that they're interested and they're just trying to figure out they're trying to figure out more information to rationalize their decision. There's nothing wrong with objections, but where you shine as an account executive is how well you're able to overcome those objections and turn those no's into yeses, right? So, and then from there, you are signing them up. You're making sure that they are passed to a sales account manager that will essentially help them get onboarded and get all their users onboarded and things like that. But that's what a remote sales representative does. So to recap again, a sales development representative is in charge of inbound calls, outbound outreach just in general, and convincing convincing a lead or a prospect to have a meeting with an account executive. An account executive is in charge of closing out that deal. So they're in charge of doing the discovery call, figuring out what that client or potential client's needs are, what their pain points are, what they want to improve, right? And then the account executive would do a demo. They're demonstrating their product or service, only highlighting what will benefit that lead or that prospect. And then from there, they are following up, handling any negotiation, making sure the contracts get signed, and essentially closing out that deal. So handling any objections, things like that. So that's what a sales representative would do. And then all this is handled remote, virtually, virtual meetings, Zoom, Skype. If a company's using Skype, that's kind of weird, but most of the time it's Zoom calls, Gong, Microsoft Teams, things like that. So again, if you made it this far, I just want to say thank you so much. If you're interested in trying course careers, I highly recommend taking action, guys. There's nothing, it makes no sense to just watch this video and not take action. Actually go out there and take the free introductory course training, going over tech sales, what it is, why you should want to be in tech sales, and how to actually get started with tech sales. And if you've gotten this far, I just want to say thank you so much. Make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. It goes a long way. I love to hear your thoughts, your comments, and your concerns. All that good stuff helps this channel move forward. And again, thank you. Peace.